In the last case, you have couple of different vectors, and you're asked to rank the magnitudes and the angles of different combinations. Again, instead of doing every one of them, I'll just do one special case, and you can follow the same procedure and do all the other cases. Okay, so for example, here I show the vector f and c, so you can figure out the magnitude and the angles of f plus c by simply looking at the diagram. Okay, so first of all, I guess let me change the blue pen. So F, let me redraw it down here for clarity. So F goes this way. So we add it to C. That means you need to put C right on the top of F. Okay, so F, C, so therefore F plus C is given by the arrow that goes from here up there. Okay, so that's the vector F plus C that you're looking for. So from the diagram, you can see, therefore, that the magnitude of F plus C is basically just 2. Okay, you see 1 box, 2 box. Okay, so you can find the magnitudes of all the other vectors, and then by comparing them, then you can rank them one by one. Okay, I guess in this problem I solve it by just looking at the diagram, but of course you can solve it in another way. You can of course do the components. Okay, F in the picture looks like minus I plus 2j, okay, minus I plus 2j, okay, so then you can write down the same thing for C. C is very simple, it's just positive I, okay, so when you add them up, what do you get? F plus C, therefore it's just 2j, and once again, that tells you that the magnitude is exactly 2. So once you know the magnitude, then you can rank them accordingly. Okay. So as for the angle, so here from the picture, it's very clear what the angle is. So the angle that it makes with the horizontal, since F plus C points vertically, you see a theta that's associated with it is exactly 90 degrees. So for all the other cases, how you find the angle is pretty standard. So if you don't know how to find the angle of a vector, I'll refer you back to the video that I made earlier about calculating angles of vectors. So once you get the angles of different vectors, then again you can rank them quite easily. Okay. There's one more remark that I forgot to make about the first problem about tracking a plane. So the reason why I want to find the vector b minus a is because in the diagram, the vector b minus a, if you went for a calculation, actually represent a vector that points all the way from a to b. Okay, so that's in general true whenever you see two vectors subtracting. The difference between them takes you from this vector to this vector. Okay, so the reason why I find b minus a is because it overall represents the displacement of the plane. The plane starts from here and end up over there. Okay, so knowing this vector means knowing where the plane has gone, in which direction, and also how far the plane has gone. Okay, so that's it for this homework.